This is a caregiver training video for a Hoyer lift transfer. Keep in mind that you will already have an in-home physical therapy evaluation and assessment to help you with this transfer. This is just a review for other caregivers in the home. You will start with a Hoyer lift, and the physical therapist who has come into the home will already have assessed your home situation and your home environment. This is the type of sling that you will get. It is called a U-sling. This one does not have a head support, but you will probably have a head support, and there will be a handle at the back. There will be two handles on the side, and then there will be two parts that sling around the legs. You may need to lock your chair so it doesn't move. Both arms to be kept on your knees for stability, and make sure your seatbelt is off. You will support the patient from the front and lean them forward so that you can put the back of the sling in between the patient and the chair. Try to make sure that it's all the way down. The leg pieces will go under each leg individually and cross in the middle through the loops. You want to make sure that your Hoyer lift goes under your bed. In case you need to, you may have to move things out of the way or raise the bed as needed. You want to spread the legs of the Hoyer lift so that they come on either side of the wheelchair. You want to make sure the knob is tightened so that you can lower or get the piece up. You then need to put the loops on to the mechanism. Make sure you have the same set of loops on. And the patient feels secure. Make sure the knob is tight. And you can start pumping so that the patient is lifted out of the wheelchair. You can move the patient out from between the wheelchair and then position them at the spot in the bed that they need to lay down in. Try to have the patient as high up in the bed as possible so that they don't slide down when they lay back. Once you have the patient positioned, you want to make sure that you turn them around so as to position them as they would in bed. We'll lock the Hoyer lift in position and very slowly move the knob counterclockwise to lower the patient in bed. You can make the bed higher or lower depending on your need for helping the patient so that you protect your back. You will probably now cross the patient's left leg over the right to be able to roll her towards the right and tuck that side of the lift pad underneath. You will then roll the patient back, reposition, bend the right leg over the left, position her arm and roll to the left to be able to take the pad out. We're now going to review getting a person out of bed. So we've already reviewed the sling. We're going to fold the sling into half. We're going to roll the patient to the right, the side that is away from you, after positioning legs and arms correctly. And you're going to tuck the sling underneath at the appropriate spot on her back. Make sure the upper half of the sling is rolled and tucked underneath so that when she is rolled back, the other part can be positioned under the right side of her body. At this point, put bed rails up just to help with extra support. You will now bend the knees, reposition the arms, and roll her onto her left side so that you can pull through the rest of the sling. And have the patient positioned correctly over the sling. Remember to tuck the leg pieces underneath each leg. And again, make sure you cross the loops so that the leg pieces are crossed over. Make sure the upper loops are properly positioned. We will now bring the Hoyer lift back into position. Put the loops through into the lifting mechanism. You may have to adjust the lifting mechanism to help with putting the loops in. Remember, the loops have to be put in correctly at the same level. Again, you're going to tighten the knob and pump up so you lift the patient out of bed. Pull the Hoyer lift out and turn the patient so that she is facing the lift. Before you position in front of the wheelchair, you may have to raise the patient a little higher in case their wheelchair is at a higher level. It helps if the wheelchair is tilted for better positioning of the patient. Make sure you spread the legs of the Hoyer lift, move it around the wheelchair, and lock it in place. Using the knob, slowly lower the patient into the wheelchair while positioning the back and legs as needed. This might be a process that needs to be done in stages so that the patient can be adequately positioned in the wheelchair. Put the footrest down so that the patient can be able to rest her feet. Take the loops off, move the Hoyer lift out of the way, at this point you can use the wheelchair controls to reposition the patient and help lean forward to be able to take off the sling. Make sure patient is positioned correctly and comfortably in the wheelchair, and clothing is adjusted as needed.